Okay, I need another project, like I need a hole in my head, but there's my next project. So I wasn't really gonna make a video about it, but then I started researching it and trying to find it online, and I found one other video on YouTube about a wind jet, and it's about the Baywatch, how they were used in Baywatch. But anyways, this is a 1998 wind jet. So it uses 2 jet skis or wave runners put in the back here, and that is what actually powers it. So it's got, like, if you look down at the bottom, it's got its own reverse buckets and everything like that, and that all works up on the handles. I'll show you here in a second. The only thing that I haven't been able to fix is the steering cable is junk. It is completely bound up, and I haven't been able to get it loose, but I did buy a new one. And so but yeah, I just figured I'd make a video about it. I think they're kind of cool. They are a catamaran. Let's see if I come over here and show you underneath the boat. They are actual catamaran style, and I think they actually look kind of cool. This is all this junk that was in the boat that I'll see what I want to do with it, but the inside of it is definitely not that great. It's all there. I pulled it all apart because it's all going to need reupholstered, but I kind of want to make sure the whole thing floats first. I am really surprised about the bimini top. Bimini top, for as old as it is in perfect condition. There's the cover. The only thing I had to do was replace a couple of these inserts. I think there's one here that was broken, and I think maybe 3 over there. And I will admit, I'll show you those on the floor. There's 2 different styles. There's this style where it goes over the pipe, and this style that goes inside the pipe. And if I ever break any more, I am definitely buying more of the over the pipes. They fit better, they work better. These ones that go in the pipe, I ordered 2 different sizes, the only ones that I thought were available, and they were not the right ones, and I had to grind those down in order for them to fit. But I think these are for fuel tanks, so extra fuel, so when you go, so you're not just using the 5-gallon or 9-gallon, whatever they are on the jet skis. You can actually refuel out there. But it has that's the steering rod that goes between the 2 handles on the jet ski. That's off because I have that cable out. I do have the new cable for it. It was not that expensive, but I'll jump up there and I'll show you a little bit of the inside. But it is actually a really cool boat. I've always thought they were really cool, and they're very rare. I've only seen 3 of them come up for sale, and this one was in my price range. The boat was free, and I just had to pay for the trailer. So he was gonna scrap the boat, and I was like, well, I'll take the boat. And then I got it here and to unload the trailer, and I was like, how much do you want for the trailer? Because by the time I go build a trailer, I'd probably be in at $1,000 if I had to build a trailer to fit this. So it was worth it just for me to buy the trailer. And but I need to go find some jet skis. So, and they can't be the big huge, like the big huge, what do you call it? They're almost 11 feet, the 3 seats. That's what I thought would be cool, is because the original XPs that came with this were 110 horsepower each. So, you know, you figure 220 horsepower, and I think on the website that I found, there's not a whole lot of information about these. And like I said, I haven't found a single video on YouTube. So hopefully this, I'll be able to post me actually like putting it in the water with jet skis and actually see how fast it goes. But from what I found online, they were supposed to go like 40 miles an hour with 210 horsepower jet skis. Could you imagine modern day 300 horsepower jet skis behind pushing this thing? Like, that would be pretty cool, but I ain't got that kind of money. Like I said, the boat was free, so that's my kind of money, free. So anyways, let me get up there and I will show you the inside. All right, so you can see here's the cables that run from the back for the reverse buckets and the throttle, but they run up around here, and you can see you can control the trim for each wave runner from here. And that dog is just gonna keep barking, isn't he? Oh well, whatever. I've already restarted this 3 times. But so you have there's gonna be your left wave runner, your right wave runner, and when you put them in reverse, it actually doesn't put the wave runner in reverse. All it does when you do this, it actually moves those buckets I'm sure it's hard to see, but so there is a bucket back there that moves with this, so the wave runner can stay in forward, and you just use these. So there's neutral, but you can see this RPM for the left, RPM for the right, and then your speed. I believe this is your start right here for both. This is going to be on and off for something, and this is a 3 position. Not sure what it would be for, but I'm sure we'll figure that out when it gets there. And I'll show you the cable. If you look right here, these are the cables. So you can see they got what, 1 2 3 4 8 9 wires in there, so I'm sure, and they plug in back here, right here. I don't know if you can see that, but so they actually plug in from there and go to the jet ski. So all you do is control everything from up front. So actually not that bad. All right, so these are the new ends that I bought for the Bimini. I've got a couple of them extra just in case they break, but these are what I would replace them all with if I had the chance. I don't like the ones that go inside the pipes, so these ones actually fit over the pipe, and they seem to fit a lot better. But obviously it pulled the radio out. It was right there. That thing is rusted and it's never gonna work again. So still working on replacing the cable for the steering, stuff like that. It's all pretty simple. There's not really a whole lot into this thing, like hardly at all. I was pleasantly surprised. Obviously that's where the sump pump is gonna go, is down there underneath all the seats. Obviously the seats will all have to be redone. When I first got this thing, it was a mess. Like I'm a little tall for this, but I'm 6 foot and this is barely standing up, so that's not bad. But anyways, when I first got this boat, holy crap, it was completely full of snails, everything. I even found a whole dead cat, and when I mean whole dead cat, I mean everything was there, just not in one piece. Bones, fur, like it. Oh, this thing smells so bad. And that's why it is completely gutted. If you look, there's not a scrap of carpet anywhere, anything. It is all completely gutted. Like this all used to have carpet on it, everything. I've completely ripped everything out because it smells so bad. Oh my gosh, it smells so bad. And finally was able to get that smell gone. It doesn't smell now, but there for a while there, I was probably on it for 4 or 5 hours just with a hose, getting everything to try and come out of it. And I probably filled up two 50-pound trash bags, and it was bad. There was a lot of trash in the boat, and it stunk. But anyways, this is my new project. You can see I got it pulled by the Ford. I still have the Ford just sitting right there, so it doesn't get driven much. I think I've put 500 miles on it in the last, I don't know, 5 years. So this will give me a reason to drive that thing, and yeah, because it's why not. And yeah, this is my next project, one of many besides my limo sitting over there that needs a motor put in it. I figured I'd at least show what it looks like. So it does have all the seats there. So I do have all the seats, they're all here. I am missing this cover, didn't come with the cover, but you know, free boat. Obviously speakers, stereo, trash. But the Bimini, surprisingly good shape. I believe that thing is really good. It all zips up, everything's nice. It's got a few little mildew stuff on it that I'll clean out of it, but yeah, all the interior, everything looks like it's all here. So good bones to start a new project. I am gonna get some wave runners for it and jet skis eventually. We'll see. I got an idea of what I want to do with those, but anyways, if anybody wants to see anything specific, I guess put it in the comments and I'll see if I can get back to you, make another video if there's anything I know I've missed. Like I said, I'm pretty sure these are for extra fuel tanks so that you can go farther, because if you got 2 jet skis with only 9 gallons of fuel, so you're only going as far as you can take that. And if it's pushing a boat with a bunch of people in it, I'm sure you're going to run through the fuel pretty quick. So I mean, I bet you each one of those holds another, probably at least another 5 gallons, pretty easy, depending on which container you're using. But so yep, one more project that I don't have time for, but it will get done. All right, so I know I like to keep my videos short and everything like that, but I just wanted to show you one more thing. So I think I already showed you the reverse buckets. Those will come around, and that's one of the reasons why you got to kind of have a specific wave runner that is only a certain length. And those XPs, I believe, were 107 inches long or something like that. The 90, I think they're 96 XPs that are supposed to be going in it. But it wouldn't be that hard to extend that. You could cut it and extend it, make it, maybe probably have to put a longer cable on it at that point, but still not the end of the world. Still something I'd be willing to do. But my plan is to not really use the cables until I know that everything's going to work, because I don't think it would be that hard to, these things are fairly strong. I've crawled on them when I was cleaning it out, and I really don't think it would be that hard to start them just back here, and then obviously you're going to have your throttle. Like I said, this is your throttle mount. Grab it. So it literally just goes on the handlebar. This straps to the handlebar, that straps to the handlebar, the end of the handlebar, and then this is what just rides on the throttle, and the cable just moves it back and forth to push that thumb throttle. So as long as you find a wave runner that will strap to, which I'm sure it can all be modified, and then a thumb throttle, that's all it needs. So if anybody's out there got some 300 horsepower wave runners they want to loan me, just to see if the thing floats and drives, I think it'd be pretty cool. But I mean, it was supposed to go fast with the two 110s, but yeah, I don't, he does have, the guy I bought it from, he did take the wave runners. They're old, they're not the kind of, like, it's a 96 C2 XP, and I mean, I'm sure they're great wave runners, but I don't know, I thought they kind of looked ugly. So maybe when he's done with them, they'll look nicer, and I'll buy them from him. We'll see, we'll work out a deal. But they still have the plugs on the side of them. Like, he gave me the cables and everything like that, and he showed me right where they plug into the side of the wave runner, so you can start it and stop it. We'll figure it out. If I have to hardwire them into a different kind of wave runner, I'm sure I could probably do it. So yeah, anyways, if there's anything I missed, or if there's anything anybody wants to look at, like these, obviously the whole thing lifts up. You put the wave runner in, bring this down on top of it, you strap it however you want to strap it, and go from there. It is just a cool trailer, and I know I got the boat for free. I had to buy the trailer because it is, I mean, the boat I believe is 18 feet, something like that. It is a fairly long trailer, because I mean, that's a 26-foot long trailer. So, and this seems like it's every bit of 20, I bet you it's every bit of 20 something feet, and if the jet skis are hanging off the edge here. So yeah, I'm glad I went ahead and bought it, and then we will figure it out. And yeah, like I said, if there's anything you want to see, or if there's anything that you're missing on yours and you need help with, I mean, this one's mostly complete. I know there is a cover that's supposed to go up there. It's a cover to block that off, and but other than that, I'm kind of excited.